Jai Hind students. Today in this exercise 3.3 we will discuss some important questions based on quadrilaterals. So in our classwork our first question is, given a parallelogram, you can see that's a parallelogram ABCD. We have to complete each statement along with the definition or property used. You can see here it is written AD is equal to what? And you know what, in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal, so AD is equal to BC because BC is the opposite side. So you can write here BC opposite sides are equal. Here angle DCB. Now you know one thing, how to represent an angle. You can see between these two letters C is written. C is the vertex of that angle DCB. It can be written as BC and D. So angle DCB is equal to angle DAB because they both are pair of opposite angles. So you can write angle DAB. Why? Because opposite angles, this is O, angles are equal. Here OC is equal to, you can see it is OC, so OC is equal to, OC is the half of the diagonal. Actually in a quadrilateral there are two diagonals. In case of parallelograms, diagonals bisect each other. It means bisect means they divide each other in two equal parts. AO is equal to OC. So O is the point which divides AC into equal parts. So we can write OC is equal to OA. You can write here it is equal to OA. What is the reason? Here diagonals bisect each other. Angle measurement of angle DAB plus measurement of angle CDA. Which angle is DAB? So it is here DAB. This is the angle, and plus angle CDA means C then D A here. These two angles are the pair. They are called adjacent angle of the quadrilateral because they have a common arm. Okay, so sum of two adjacent angles in case of a parallelogram is equal to 180, or in other words you can say they are complement for each other. Or you have another reason that these two lines are parallel. See, this is DC. If you extend DC and AB, and this is the transversal line, and these two angles are the angles which lies on the same side of the transversal. They are interior angles too. And you know what, sum of interior angles on the same side of the transverse is equal to 180. So you can write here, first thing is sum of, you may have multiple answer here, sum of two adjacent angles in parallelogram. Remember, in not quadrilateral, because in case of parallelogram you will get that. So sum of two adjacent angles in a parallelogram is equal to 180. Now we have our question number 2. Consider the following parallelograms and find the values of the unknown x, y and z. You can see there is a parallelogram. So first write it A, B, C, D. Now you know that angle D is equal to angle B. Why? Because they are opposite angles of a parallelogram. So in a parallelogram, right here in a, this is it. In a parallelogram, angle D is equal to angle, or in this parallelogram, angle D is equal to angle B. Here this is the angle B. Angle B. Why? Because opposite angles are equal. So you can write this is also 50 degrees. So angle B is equal to 50 degree. Now you have to find Z. How to get Z? To find Z, we have sum of angle Z and angle B is equal to 180 degree. Why? They form linear pair. They have the sum of 180 degree. They are found on a same point, so over a line. So we have value of B is 50. So angle Z is equal to 180 degree minus angle B, and that is equal to 180 minus 50 degree, and that is equal to 130 degree. This is the value of Z. Now you have to find the value of X and Y. How to get this? You know what? In a parallelogram, sum of two adjacent angles is equal to 180 degree. So we have angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. 180 degree. So we can write here, because sum of adjacent angles in case of a parallelogram is 180 degree. Now 180 degree. Now angle A plus angle B is equal to 180. You know the value of angle B, so find angle A is equal to 180 minus 50 is equal to 130 degree. So right here 130 degree. And here angle Y is the opposite angle for angle X. So angle X is equal to Y. You can write it X is equal to Y. Okay, you need not to write it X, because the value of angle is X. So X is equal to Y, and that is equal to 130 degree. Now so X is equal to 130 degree, Y is equal to 130 degree, and Z is 130 degree. Now we have the third part of the question number 2. We have to find the value of X, Y and Z here. So we have a parallelogram here, P, Q, R. Just write the names yourself. Here you can see a small square. It means this is 90 degree. Now if this is the point O, so you can write angle SOP is equal to 90 degree, because it is given. So you write here given. But you know what? Angle SOP and ROQ are equal. Why? Because they are vertically opposite angles. So you can write angle SOP is equal to angle ROQ. Why? Vertically opposite angles. Now so value of angle X is 90 degree. Now to find angle Y, we have angle sum property of a triangle. So from angle sum property, in triangle ROQ, we have Y, which is angle ORQ, plus angle X plus 30 degree is equal to 180 degree. Now calculate the value of Y from here, because value of X is known now. So Y plus 90 plus 30 is equal to 180 degree. So value of Y is what? 60 degree. Now we need to find the value of Z, because X and Y are known now. y is equal to 60, x is equal to 90 degree. Here, if you extend these two lines, SP and QR, you can see here y and angle Z are alternate interior angles, and the value of Z and Y is equal. So value of angle Z is equal to Y because they are alternate interior angles. So we have Z is equal to 60 degree. Now X is equal to 90 degree, Y is equal to Z is equal to 60 degree. Now we have this question number 5 of the question number 2nd. You can see it is ADCB angle. This is a parallelogram. Angle D and angle B means they both are opposite angles. So you can write here in parallelogram. In short, it is written as this. So ABCD, angle D is equal to angle B. Why? Because they are opposite angles in a parallelogram. So value of D and B are equal. So you can write Y is equal to 110 degree. Now if we find the value of angle A, then we can calculate the value of Z. And you know what? Angle A and angle B are adjacent angles. This is 110. Don't get confused. So how to do this? Angle A and plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because they are adjacent angles. Now angle A and angle B. So we are known to the angle B. Angle A is equal to 180 minus angle B. So 180 degree minus angle B is 110. So it is now 70 degree. Here the complete angle is 70 degree. So value of Z is what? You have to subtract this 40 from 70 and you will get 30 degree. So angle CAB is equal to 70 minus 40 degree is equal to 30 degree. And this is equal to Z. Now we have to calculate value of X. This is Y. And now when I increase the length of the line segments, or if you consider these are lines, so this is the transversal line and they are alternate interior angles, means this Z and X are alternate interior angles. So you can write X is equal to Y because they are alternate interior angles. Here, sorry, this is our alternate interior angles. So X is equal to 30 degree. So we have X is equal to 30 degree, Z is equal to 30 degree and Y is equal to 110 degree. Now we have question number 3. Can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree? Now these all figures are drawn by me and they are not given in the book, so do not get confused what are these figures. So angle D plus angle B, in both the figures you can see this is a rectangle, and in case of a rectangle you can see angle D plus angle B because both the angles are 90 degrees. So you will get the answer sum of D and B is equal to 180 degree in case of a rectangle. And here is a trapezium. It is made that these two opposite angles give the sum of 180 degree. It is possible. So you can see in these two figures, if you apply this condition, that may be a parallelogram or a trapezium or anything else. So it is not necessary the sum of opposite angles is equal to 180. You consider this is a parallelogram. This is not crucial. So you should write it can be, but need not to be. Now we have another question, question number 2. In this quadrilateral, AB is equal to DC, means AB is 8 centimeter and DC is 8 centimeter, and you can see it is AD is equal to 4 centimeter and BC is equal to 4.4 centimeter, and we have to check, can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram? No, because in a parallelogram these two sides are equal and these two sides which are opposite sides are not equal. So you can write here no. Just write no. AD is not equal to BC. But in parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Now we have this, angle A is equal to 70 degree and angle C is equal to 65 degree. And you know what, in case of parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So it is not a parallelogram, right here, no. Now we have question number 5. The measures of the two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. So consider this greater angle is 3x and smaller angle is 2x. Now find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. So we have angle B is equal to 3x and angle A is equal to 2x, and they both are adjacent angles. So sum of angle A and angle B is equal to 3x plus 2x, and that is equal to 180 degree. Why? They both are adjacent angles. Give the sum 180 degree. Now if angle A and angle B gives the sum 180 degree, so we have this 3x plus 2x becomes 5x is equal to 180 degree. Now find the value of x. So x is equal to 180 degree upon 5, and that is equal to 36 degree. So first angle is 2x, and that is 2 into 36 degree, that is 72 degree. Here it is 72 degree. And second angle is equal to 3x, and it is 3 into 36 is equal to 108 degree. Here this is 2x, means the ratio 2 which is given, and it is here 3. So if you have considered the order 3:2, then you have to reshuffle the number. First number is 108, first angle, and second angle is 72. Do not get confused in this.